I'm Brendan Sexton with South Shore Marine. I'm one of the Yamaha Master Techs here, and I've been with South Shore Marine 12 years as of December. Today I'm working on a Yamaha F-150. It's an inline 4-cylinder engine, doing the standard maintenance. We're doing oil change, fuel filter, gear lube, and impeller on it. While we're working on the engine, usually we're looking over to see if there's any fuel leaks, oil leaks, or anything else that needs attention. The annual maintenance is important because it gives you a look at how everything on the engine's doing. Changing the gear lube every year, you get to see, is there any water in it, is there any metal in it, and those are important things you want to know. You want to make sure your gear lube's staying, clean without, any of that stuff going on. If there's water in it, then it might need pressure tested to see if the seals are leaking. If there's metal in it, we have to tear it down and see where the metal's coming from. The oil change every year is important. Even if you don't use the boat a lot, the oil can become acidic, and if it's sitting in the engine for a while, can damage the bearing surfaces and the bearings. Usually we do spark plugs every other year. I think those are on the 200-hour maintenance schedule. We don't have a ton of issues with spark plugs on the 4-stroke stuff, but that's a good one to keep an eye on. Fuel filter is always a good one to do every year because you get to see what the inside of your tank's looking like. When you dump out the fuel filter, you get to see what kind of contaminants are in there. Is there water? Is there a lot of debris? And it can keep you boating rather than having to service your boat during the summertime. Once you get up to 500 hours, then you get more filters. You need to check the vapor separator tank, clean that, change the filters on there, and do the rest of the fuel filters on the engine, the smaller micron ones. One of the nice things about all the new outboards coming out is everybody thinks about an outboard as being a old, hard to start, smoky engine. The 4-stroke fuel injected outboards are super quiet now to where a lot of people can't even tell that they're running. And even compared to stern drive stuff, the outboards are super quiet and they're hanging off the back of the boat. You can trim them all the way out of the water. You don't have to worry about your outdrive corroding and having to repaint it every year. Or even just going to the beach, you can trim it all the way out of the water and get into a little bit shallower spots and not have to worry about the outdrive getting stuck in the sand. The outboards are pretty fine-tuned now, even in the last 5-10 years, to where they have fuel injected, they're 4-stroke engines. Basically turn the key, fire it up, and you go.